Out of all the seasonal banners we get across the whole year, this is the one I enjoy doing the least, because it's just so weird. Because they're in bunny suits. There's no way to explain this to anybody. I did see the thumbnail. I'm pretty sure I know who the harmonized unit is. It do be Delthea.
Spring is my favorite season. Lively and romantic.
That's a she only has one skill. Oh, this is groundbreaking. What is going on? Why does she have so many skills? She's not even like the chase unit. Sorry, usually I don't pause partway through, but this is nuts. This is groundbreaking. They had to do 2 screens worth of skills.
Fear the rabbit.
Sorry for the delay. Alright, who's this? Maria? Oh yeah, that makes sense.
This spring festival outfit is just adorable. I love it.
She's like Minerva. I'm glad they continued this in some way. We had all the White Wings, then we had Minerva, and now we have Maria. I like how now Maria is the strongest out of all of them. Wait, who is this? Henry?
So things can be fun even without anyone dying? Huh.
Henry's voice is too annoying for him to have 2 ults. Hot take. I don't remember him sounding like that.
Don't we look fine? Speak for yourself.
Tharja, what are you doing?
Lose and I'll hex you.
Speed res hold on foes within 3 spaces during combat. I kind of want that speed res hold, not gonna lie. So this is a Echo's Awakening harmonic with defense res chill.
Enchant you. What? We have a plan, right?
Looks like a movement buff. Oh.
Time's over, Sonya. We're the ravishing.
Yeah, tier 4 Rain is kind of nuts. It makes sense though, because like Rain skills are pretty good. To the point where it's kind of lame that you have to dequip them for Arena. Well, alright. My fear was that they would do Cherish. And they did not do that, so I guess I'm happy about that. I'm still trying to save orbs. We have 2 units on green. Oh, green is pretty good. And then Henry was on colorless, which I missed. Alright, let's go through it. I guess before I even do that, I guess I like all the characters here. Oh, Luthier Tempest Trials, nice. Wait, was he spotted here? Yeah, okay, cool. We have quite a few Lance Cavaliers as like freebie units, but whatever. He'll probably have like a pretty okay inheritable Lance, and that'll be it. But yeah, I like all the units here. Nice spread. You got some Mystery of the Emblem, got some Awakening, got some Echoes. I don't know why they decided to pop off so hard with Delthea's skills. It feels unnecessary to give her attack speed catch 4 and also rouse attack speed 4. You can very reasonably get both from her. You could get both, or you could get one and also SR Far Trace for Skill Fighter, I mean. Yeah, no 3 houses. It's actually been a minute since the last 3 houses character, right? It's been like 2 or 3 months. Which doesn't sound like that long of a time, but for 3 houses it actually kind of is. She is a blue cavalry mage with bright shell egg. Exercise special trigger at start of turn, inflict speed res -6 on nearest foes within 5 spaces of unit through the next actions. So it's only nearest foes, not all foes, within 5 spaces. if bonus is active on unit or penalty is active on foe, inflict speed res -6 on foe during combat. And also, the following effects will occur based on the value of total bonuses on unit plus value of total penalties on foe. So it's kind of like Claude's perf. If greater than 6, neutralizes effects that prevent units follow-up attacks. If greater than 18, foe cannot counterattack. Oh, example, if unit has +6 to attack and speed. To calculate a total will be 24. Right. Yeah, man. Any kind of Cavalier that gets access to no follow-up is going to be really strong, so that's what she has. She also has Wind Sweep at the same time. Actually very strong. She's not going to be a super common unit just because, like, if you're going to invest in her, it's going to be just because probably you like her and also she's strong. It's just that she's a limited time unit, so you have to work with that. Have we ever had a unit that's had no follow-up and also Wind Sweep in their perf at the same time? Like, this might be the first unit that can run, like, 3 B-slot skills, essentially, and she's not even infantry. Yeah, she can run both of those and also Kanto. It's kind of nuts. Did Young Merrick have it? Young Merrick, he had no follow-up in his weapon. No, maybe not, actually. I forget. Oh, I think he came with a Wind Sweep on his B slot, and then he had no follow-up in his weapon. I don't think he had both on the weapon. I could be wrong, though. Maria's here, continuing the trend of White Wing adjacent units. I guess they're just going to keep doing this forever. Next year we'll get Machillis or whatever. Maybe by then I will have played Shadow Dragon. Or Mystery of the Emblem. Okay, so she is a green axe flyer, pastel poleaxe. This is a perf. Like, this is not an inheritable weapon. Grants defense +3, neutralizes effective against flying bonuses at start of combat if unit's HP is greater than 25, grants blah +5 to unit during combat, deals damage equal 20% of unit's defense, reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of unit's defense, and restores 7 HP to unit and allies within 2 spaces after combat. Okay. So she gets all of these, like, this isn't even like a scaling thing. She just gets everything if she exists during combat with her 25% HP. Wow. That's a lot of different effects for one weapon. 1 effect, 2 effects, 3 effects, 4 effects. This has 6 effects in it. That's a lot, right? 6 effects if you include the defense +3. I don't know, have we ever had that many effects on just an axe? It's kind of nuts. I think maybe Fallen Morgan had like a similar number, but even still. Yeah, this unit seems very strong. I think it's interesting, usually like the unit that's in like this spot of the seasonal banner, they have like an inheritable tome, or an inheritable weapon, instead of a perf, but in this case she has a perf weapon, which makes her stronger. I wonder if they realize after a while that like units that are 5-star locked but still get stuck with inheritable weapons, they're just not as popular. Like Mercedes and like Summer Mercedes last year, and just a couple of others. Flow Flight 3. So this looks like it's like Wyvern Flight and all those, but we'll see. If unit initiates combat, neutralizes effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks during combat. So it's like Flow Refresh, first of all. And also, if unit speed is greater than foe speed -10, deals damage during combat equals 70% of difference between defense stats. And reduces damage from foes' attacks by 70% of that difference. Minimum 0, max 7. Deals damage during combat, so she gets true damage, and like, it's damage reduction, but not a percentage. This is really hard to explain. Yeah. She has like you could call it like pure damage reduction, where like it's not a percent, it's just like a -7. Reduces damage from foes' attacks by 70% of that difference. So if you have a differential of 10 defense, you're dealing 7 more damage and taking 7 less damage. But then the damage, like the damage boosts and damage reduction in her perf are percentages. So there's just a lot going on there. I think she's just a really strong combat unit that doesn't have... She doesn't have Kanto, she doesn't have like anything that accelerates for special trigger. I don't really know what the best use for her will be, aside from just being a very, very strong combat unit. If you give her like, you know, Heavy Blade and all that, she can probably do Gale Force stuff, but yeah. I don't like the fact that she has 6 effects on her weapon. It's just a lot. It's a lot on one weapon. Blowfly is interesting though. Although you do have to be the one initiating to get the effects, right? Yeah, that's what it seems like. So this is specifically for flyers that initiate combat. Interesting. And you need to have speed equal to or greater than their speed -10. So you can't be like a super slowpoke. Like Thor probably can't use this. Cherish can get close. Peculiar egg. Alright, man, whatever you say. Henry is a cavalry bow. He's a demote. His voice is weird. Carrot tip bow plus. Inheritable weapons have been pretty good recently on seasonal banners. Effective against flying foes. At start of combat, if foe's HP is greater than 75 or penalty is active on foe, grants attack defense +5. And units' first attack during combat deals damage equal total attack and defense penalties on foe. So it's only the first attack, and it's like pure damage basically. It's not quite Broadleaf, right? Broadleaf is like all penalties. This is just penalties to attack and defense. It seems okay. You just have to make sure you inflict attack and defense penalties first, otherwise it doesn't really work. Attack defense ruse on a demote is actually pretty cool. I do like that. I think there was a unit like really early in the next like Divine Codes 3. I think there's like a unit pretty early in Divine Codes 3 that also has attack defense ruse, so I don't know if I would pull for this specifically. Alright, finally. Our new harmonized unit is Sonya and Tharja. It makes so much sense now that I see it. I saw some people speculating they might do Adult Tiki for Easter. Nah man, they're doing it for bridal alts in May. Hard read. This is Tharja's first alt since the wedding banner, I think. It's been a couple of years since then, right? No, I'm wrong. She got one last year. Tharja has a lot of alts now. She has her base, she has Christmas, bridal alt, Pelagian alt, and now this one. She has 5 versions in the game, which honestly kind of makes sense because Tharja is a very popular character. Although I guess this unit specifically is actually Sonya and not Tharja. Cool. Tharja's questionably posed. That is a good observation. I don't know what's going on there. When people try to make portraits of Tharja for like different infographics and stuff, the corner is just gonna be that. Hey, good art though. I have to point out, the icon for Speed Res Hold is it's a little ugly, right? It looks like they just put like a yellow tint over it. Not even a tint, just like a yellow overlay. Yeah, I don't love that. It looks like it's currently being pressed down. Oh well. Alright, they are, they're flyers, okay. Green Tome, flyer, harmonized unit. Magic Rabbits, accelerate special trigger at the start of turn 1, grant special cooldown count -2. Okay, kind of like base Sonya with her Excalibur. unit can move to a space within 2 spaces of any ally within 2 spaces. So it's like a green antenna. And if unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack +4, speed +6, and bonus to unit's attack equal unit's max special cooldown count value ×3. Okay. Interesting. So she accelerates special trigger, so her Luna becomes 2 cooldown, and she gets her turn 1 cooldown, which is -2. So she'll have a Luna ready to go immediately. But if you switch that out for a different special, like Ether or whatever, then you can get more attack. Bonus to unit's attack equal units, max special cooldown count ×3. So by default she'll get +6 because it's 2 × 3. But then if you use like Ether instead, you'll get 4 × 3, which is 12. But you should probably just use Luna instead. Yeah, that's a good point. Dean got a seasonal alt, and now Sonya has one too. Sonya has her fans, so good for them. She has attack speed unity, which makes sense with her perf, and speed res hold. I don't know. Like it makes sense, I guess, that it progresses that way, just in that it's 3 spaces instead of 2 spaces. But like as far as her own combat is concerned, like that is the same as speed res reign 3. Like it's functionally the same for her own combat. It's just that with the 3 spaces, it's like a little more likely that it will affect like allies' combat. It's actually not that much of an improvement. I kind of wish they made it like -5. It's a good skill though. I don't know who I would give it to. One of the Micaiahs. Brave Micaiah would use it the best. But yeah, what does their button do? Harmonized skill. Grants special cooldown count -2 to unit and allies from the same titles as unit, so it's everybody, it's not a range. Grants attack +6, and resonance blades to unit and allies from the same titles as unit for 1 turn. You guys remember Harmonized Mia? I remember. You remember her harmonized skill? I bring it up every time because I have to. Pretty good. Does that work with Gale Force? I would imagine so. I don't see why not. So you could grant cooldown to allies that have Gale Force. Although she cannot have Gale Force herself because she's a ranged unit. You can also just grant a bunch of attack and speed. Very cool. Personally, I don't see myself pulling on this just because of, well, 1, I'm trying to save orbs. 2, the Hero Rises banner is nutty, and it's kind of hard to justify pulling on anything else right now. The Hero Rises banner is going to have, Byleth, Corrin, Azura, and Thor all at once on green, so I'll probably spark on that. If I were to pull on this banner, it would be for skill fodder, though. Speed res hold is tempting, just because it's a version of a range skill that is better for scoring in arena. No Michaelis Sag. It is a little Sag. But hey, instead we have this monstrous Maria. Maria is finally good. Maria is a unit where, like, I don't know if I've ever seen anybody build, like, a super strong Maria. Also 2 green units. Jesus, this is kind of overkill, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know what their deal is with green units. They really like making very strong green units. Especially recently. You thought this was a Fire Emblem Hero stream? It's actually a Pokemon Colosseum stream, because I gotta beat this boss real quick before I go edit the video. As far as the video recording goes, if you are pulling on this banner, let me know in the comments. I'm interested in seeing what people think. I imagine that a lot of people are just going to be saving for Hero Rises, though. I don't know how many people are actually going to pull on this. And maybe just people who really like Delthea and Tharja and Sonya. I do like Delthea, but not enough to go all out trying to get her. Especially since, like, pretty recently I went for Reagan on the New Year's banner, and they're, like, kind of similar units. Yeah, there's that too. We don't know what the next new heroes is going to be. We're still, like, kind of overdue for Radiant Dawn. Like Tharja, but LMAO, she's the cheerleader, so I feel no obligation. Yeah, that's true. She's not front and center. I kind of respect that even though Tharja is more popular, they made her the sidekick. I feel like they've done that a couple times. Where the more popular character is the cheerleader. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go edit this reaction now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Twitch, join the Discord. We have a channel on the Discord where we talk about Fae, so consider it. And that's it. Have a good night, guys.